So I just want to sit down and talk to you guys today, and it shouldn't be long, but no promises. But nevertheless, just hear me out, okay? Hey guys, how's your week been? Sorry I didn't post last week, but I didn't feel like I should have just because some things happened and it just wasn't a good time. So it just made most sense for me not to post anything, because if I did, it would have been cranky and it would have been bad and I would have had a hard time editing it and posting it. So why put something that's terrible for the both of us, right? So nevertheless, I'm sorry. But here's what I wanted to say. I'm gonna try to make this as least sad as I possibly can. Here we go. If you weren't aware already, last week, Friday, November 13th, France was attacked by terrorists, otherwise known as a group called ISIS. Or so I think, from what I'm trying to understand about the situation. A few other places were attacked, but France seemed to have stood out for some reason. The stakes of what had happened was really, really dramatic and just really upsetting and sad, and yeah, it was a tragic day and many innocent lives were lost. And with Remembrance Day just 2 days past us from that point, it kind of made me think a little. Why? Why are they destroying themselves? Why do people feel that this was okay? Why are people casually joining their stupidity? Some questions will never be answered, I guess. Something I really hope they realize is that this is their world too. And if they go around destroying it, what are we all gonna have left? English function. This is not the time for my English to fail me, okay? Back to my topic. In the end, this isn't doing good for anyone. And what bugs you the most is that it's so hard for people to start to wake up and realize this. And they just continue with this, and it's so stupid. It actually frustrates me because it's so easy to do the right thing. Why won't they do it, you know? You know something I find interesting? What I find interesting is that it's so difficult for people to shut up in school. You notice that? Like those kids that always talk and like always talking, and you tell them shh and then they don't listen because they think they're the biggest and the baddest and I don't know what they think, but you know, I kind of can relate it to this situation. Let me explain. The concept that's the same here is, why is it so difficult for people to be peaceful? It's the same reason. It's because they become selfish and they forget that there's other people around them, and they just think, if I do this thing, it'll only affect me or the person I'm hurting. It won't affect everyone else around them. Like, they just don't think like that. But you know what? They make these choices. And it's the same situation whether it's talking or making peace. Same situation in my eyes, okay? There's hair on my phone, and I don't think it's mine. Why they make these choices, I don't even know yet. You know what? I guess we gotta leave that up to a psychologist. Study all that stuff. You know, another thing that came to mind while I was thinking was words. Why do they have such a huge impact? I mean, they aren't physical things. They aren't worth anything. They can't damage anything, but they have so much impact. I mean, words can be used to start wars. And it's amazing what something with no valuable definition could cause so much destruction. It's amazing. And honestly, I don't think we should let things like words cause wars and all these terrible things. It's just sad. Now, don't get me wrong, because words can be a beautiful thing. Words are a beautiful thing. I mean, I'm speaking with words right now, and I mean, if you have heard Purpose, Justin Bieber's album, then you know some of the beautiful words that can be created, because that album was fire. So fire. Some next levels of fire that I cannot explain, that fireness, because it was so good. But you know what, back to the topic. But you know what, it's just all in how we use them, because there's certain things you can put together and make something beautiful with words, but if you take them and mix them with the wrong things, then you get some bad things. You get war, you get destruction, you get hate, you get get a lot. It's not okay, you know? I mean, it's just really mind-boggling how much they can do. I mean, for years we've been killing ourselves over them. Over things that people say, over just words. I mean, wow. That's all I can say. Wow. You know something else I find funny? That we always say,
it's 2015, we shouldn't be doing this, or we should accept that, or blah blah blah.
You know what I'm talking about. Well, tell me this. It's 2015. Why are we still at wars? Why are we still having to deal with things like terrorist attacks or just things of stupidity like that? Murders. Why? Why haven't we seen world peace yet? Why haven't we seen change?
Come on now, it's 2015.
Those are the things we need to work on. There's so much big issues that we start to overlook because we don't see them in our own country, so we don't care. But when things happen close to home, that's the only time we do care, and that's when it becomes an issue, then it fades out. It's ridiculous. I mean, this France thing, let's be honest, it's gonna fade away very soon. No one who isn't from France is gonna care that much anymore. They're gonna forget the situation and we're gonna go back to thinking that everything is okay when it's not. People are gonna attack. People can attack at any time possible, and there's things we can possibly do besides attacking back at ISIS or whatever, but I just wish I knew how we could make a difference, you know? Because there's things we can do to stop them. I don't know. You know what? To be honest, I'm terrified for the next generation that comes into here. I mean, if this is the type of world I have to put my kids in one day, I mean, if I have kids, that is, I'm not gonna feel safe letting them out anywhere because you never know. I don't want to get any kind of notice that my child was in a bomb explosion or something like that, you know? It's not something I want to hear, and the thought that that could happen is just kind of like, you know, heart cracking, you know? It's so sad. And honestly, I don't want to live in fear. And we shouldn't have to. And to be honest, the way things are now, this isn't the type of world I want to live in. But it's the only one we got. So why don't we make it worth living in? So that's what I had to say. And I honestly just wanted to get a message across. That if you agree with anything I said or have something to say, feel free to give this a thumbs up or leave a comment down below sharing your opinion, because I'm open to hearing what you have to say. And I really just want to know your thoughts on the events that took place last week or anything you have to say. I want to know what you gotta say. And that's all, really. But before I go, I really want to thank you guys for helping me reach 200 subscribers. I mean, I know it's not a lot, once again, but it means so much to me and I couldn't be more grateful. Because I've gotten to know a lot of you as well, and you guys are amazing. The things you guys put out too, amazing. And I love like watching through like what you guys have. And I'm really happy I got to know majority of the 200 of you that subscribed. And I've talked to you at least once or twice maybe, but hopefully I can talk to you a lot more or whatever. But thank you, just thank you to every single one of you. Thank you, I love you. It's another hair on my phone. It genuinely means so much to me, and just thank you for taking the time to click that button, because you know, I think if you're new here, feel free to do the same, because you know, it would mean a lot. Thank you in advance. And with that, I'll end it here. I hope you all have a great week, and please stay safe. Peace, love, and happiness, and I will see you when I do. Bye!